И нам надо понять, что Запад наш враг. Системный, многовековой, тысячелетний, экзистенциональный. И никакого взаимного сосуществования быть не может. Мы можем ли быть настолько сильными, что не вынуждены прикусить свои грязные языки? Либо как только мы ослабеем, они нас будут пытаться уничтожить. Как делали каждый век. Любое заигрывание с ними нас ослабляет. Я подошел, я поэтому и смотрел. Вот действие только из соображений выгоды. Не пытаться их переубедить, не пытаться им понравиться. Просто осознавать, это враг. Системный, хорошо подготовленный, мотивированный, убежденный. А это значит, мы должны бороться за умы, не их, а нас.
Double honors for the apostles of the great millstone. Peace, citation, on elect Shalom. And I'm just going to get into this article right here. And as you can pretty much see in the video, that Vladimir Solovyov, which is Putin's ally, he pretty much went as far as saying that how Russia and America can't get along. You know, and that's pretty much spiritual because it's all relating to prophecy anyway, you know. Because either way, no matter what policy, you know, these other nations try to pass with their UN agreements and things of that nature, you know, no matter what they try to do to try to ease conflict, it's still going to happen, you know. Something gonna still pop off, and World War III is pretty much inevitable because it's already written in scriptures. And the Lord is going to definitely use Esau, you know, being the American Edomites, the Edomites over there in Israel, which are the Amalekites, and then even the Edomites in the EU, which is Russia and other European nations, to pretty much bring about World War III. And mainly, the main thing is every nation is going to turn against America, as it's prophesied in Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 as well. So I'm just going to get into the article real quick. It says, Putin ally says Russia and the West can't mutually coexist. And mutually coexist, meaning that they can't really get along. So in other words, they're pretty much exclusive, like they're not gonna be allies. And he already said that how America has, you know, pretty much been in power for so long, you know. Then he mentioned that how once Russia becomes weak, that America is going to go as far as taking the opportunity to take down Russia, just like how they did before. So these Russians are not gonna, you know, fall victim to that anymore, you know, because it's what this man was saying, this Russian propagandist named Vladimir Solovyov. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce his last name. But they're gonna do everything in their power to take down America, and this is basically a scriptural curse that the Most High put upon these Edomites, which is Egyptian against Egyptian, you know, as it says in Isaiah the 19th chapter, verse 2, and how, you know, Satan being divided against Satan, that his kingdom shall not stand. But let's get into the article. It says, Vladimir Solovyov, a prominent Russian propagandist and staunch ally to Russian President Vladimir Putin, said there can be no mutual coexistence between Russia and Western nations. Solovyov is the host of political programs on Kremlin-controlled television and radio. He is also well known for making controversial statements, such as suggested during a recent broadcast of his television show that Germany will eventually exist under a Russian flag. Last month, Solovyov also made headlines when he warned of a new world war that will see the West pitted against Muslims all over the world. Anton Gerashchenko, advisor to Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs, on Monday posted a translated clip on X, formerly Twitter, of Solovyov recently discussing what he characterized as Russia's long-running conflict with the West on his radio show. Newsweek reached out to the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the White House via email for comment Thursday night. And quote, "We need to recognize the West as our enemy, systematic, centuries-old, millennial-old, existential. There can be no mutual coexistence," Solovyov said, according to Gerashchenko's translation. The Russian broadcaster then called on his countrymen to be vigilant as he detailed that what he feels is a long struggle between Russia and the Western world. And quote, "We can be so strong that they have to bite their filthy tongues, or as soon as we weaken, they will try to destroy us, as they have done every century. Any games with them weaken us," he said. Solovyov continued, "We should only act out of expediency. There is no need to change their minds or to please them. We just need to realize that they are the enemy, systematic, well-trained, motivated, convinced, which means we have to fight for our minds, but not theirs, but ours." The U.S. State Department has detailed Solovyov's efforts to spread disinformation from the Kremlin in a list identifying well-known figures involved in Russian propaganda published on its website 2022. The State Department described Solovyov as perhaps, in quote, "the most energetic Kremlin propagandist around today." During the course of Russia's war with Ukraine, which is now in its 21st month, Solovyov has advocated multiple times for Moscow to make use of its nuclear capabilities against the countries that back Ukraine. He also said that the Kremlin should unleash a nuclear strike on any country that would attempt to detain Putin over the arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court in March for alleged war crimes. So yeah, so that's it on that article. And with that, I'll bring out some scriptures and Lord will make this lesson edifying for the hopeful life. So Isaiah 19 verse 2, it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his neighbor, and every one against his neighbor. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. City against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So yeah, and you see that this is talking about a kingdom against kingdom. And basically, these are Edomites, fighting against each other from different nations, one in America and one in Russia. Same nation of people, but just different regions they're ruling. And at this point, everyone's pretty much getting tired of America trying to take over, their resources, and Russia's definitely tired of the sanctions that the U.S. puts on them. And I want to get out this precept. This should be the last one because just a quick lesson. I don't want to make it too long. Just some scriptures I just thought I brought out to the spirit just from this article that I saw at my job when I was looking at the news. So it says in Isaiah 47 verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And why is, so-called Babylon, which is America, called the virgin daughter, is because of the simple fact that America has never been touched by any nuclear missile, neither has it ever been invaded before. So pretty much this country has been doing so good, but all that's going to change very soon in the future. It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right, because at one point it was a thing where every nation, even to this day, some nations still desire to, nations of other people, like these other heathen nations, they desire to be in America. America has it to where other countries are starting to follow their ways. The citizens over there desiring to be in America so they can fulfill their wicked desires. And very soon it's going to get so bad out here with the judgment in America. It's going to be to the point where Like in Isaiah 13, it says that everyone shall be as a chased road, that everyone shall flee to their own land and flee to their own people. When the Most High starts cracking down on this country, America, and the nations are really starting to see America for what it is. Like, they're really starting to understand that America is nothing but a bully, and that America is corrupt, and it's to the point where it's like these other nations got to get America out of power, and that's all leading up to prophecy. And it says in verse 2, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be covered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So even the Lord said himself that how, through that scripture, that the Lord ain't gonna meet you as a man, he's gonna meet you as an angelic force, this time. Because back in the past, he came as, pretty much as a humble man to die on the cross, but now he's gonna come back when the Most High sends him, this time as an angelic power. But other than that, the main point I want to get out for this lesson is that when it says thy nakedness shall be covered, yet thy shame shall be seen, the Lord is basically going to reveal to the other nations all your wickedness, and they're already seeing some of your wickedness already. So it's just going to get to the point where all the nations is going to just basically have their missiles pointing against America, as it tells you in Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51. So with that, hope I made the lesson edifying. Let's give all glory, praise, honor to Adonai Yahweh, Bashim Shamalak Yawashah, Bashim Kakadash, Tabanas of the Apostle, Els Great Millstone, peace, citation, hope for elect. Shalom.